What's going on, guys? Thanks to the guys at Going Gear, we got our hands on a PD35 by Fenix. This is the Tactical Edition, maximum output 1,000 lumens. We are going to skip the unboxing because we already unboxed the light, and just so we can show you guys here, because honestly the unboxing, I suck at it. So I figured we'd go ahead and open the light up. It's an older light anyway, so I know there's a lot of unboxing videos on this light. Does come with your holster, with your lanyard, with your user manual, with a little brochure that shows some of their other products. To be honest, I kind of opened this up for a second, and I think because of how long the PD35 has been out for, I think that all the lights in that brochure have been out for a minute as well. So it's probably not the absolute newest stuff. And your warranty card. Okay? So just a side note, the first serious light I ever got was a Fenix PD32. And I'm partial to Fenix. I think they make really high quality stuff. The PD35 has been out for a while. Brian, we're doing this video for you. I know you got one at the house and you've been asking us for one, so here it is. And I'm just going to start off by saying I think it's a great light. We're going to go right into it. So it's a single 18650 style light. You can tell that it has two mode buttons, or I'm sorry, two switches. It has a primary tail cap, which essentially turns the light on, and then you've got a mode change button as well. Now there are two primary mode settings. There's a tactical mode setting and there's an outdoor mode setting. If I remember correctly, yeah, we're in the outdoor setting with this one, okay? So what I did is the light has both mode memory and momentary on. If I just half press, obviously it's going to go into the last memorized mode in outdoor setting, which is what it's in right now. If I full press, and then hit the side switch, it will cycle me through, I believe there are 5 different settings total, all the way up to its maximum, which is 1,000, okay? If I full press in any mode and click and hold the side button, it will go into a strobe. I'm gonna try to cover that so that it's not too bright for you guys or for myself. You can see that once I let go of the side button, it remains in strobe. If I turn the light off, and turn it back on, it's back in the last memorized mode. So you do not get strobe setting in memory, okay guys? Just a heads up, not in the outdoor setting. Lights back on, I want to show you something else. If you hold the side switch button past strobe, it'll blink. Okay, I think, let me see if I did this right. Okay, I think I'm in tactical mode now. I am, awesome, okay. Thank God, all right? That has not been as easy for me tonight. And it's been a user error. It has not been error of the light. It's a really, really solid, really reputable light. It's been around for a while and it still holds its own, honestly, in a lot of realms. So, in a lot of ways. So now that it's in tactical mode, you lose access to your side switch. So, aside from changing back into outdoor mode. Because there are only 2 modes that you have access to now in tactical mode. And they're both accessed only by use of the tail switch. So if you momentary on quickly, then you will go from both high and strobe, okay? If you full press on, you'll go from high every single time, okay? It'll go into high unless you quickly double press, and that's 2 full presses. It's not 2 momentary. But even in the momentary, I could access strobe, and it takes you straight into strobe mode. So in a nutshell, that's the PD35 Tactical Edition. What I thought would be really interesting is one of our favorite EDC 18650 style lights is the Acebeam EC35. Now, the Acebeam EC35, if I remember correctly, I believe it utilizes the same XPL LED as the PD35 TAC does. It's technically rated at 200 more lumens, but the frame on these lights is, I mean, it is almost identical. Just the tail cap clicky is just a bit higher, excuse me, or a bit taller on the PD35 to the point where, yeah, the PD35 does not tail stand. Just a heads up, guys. And the EC35 does. You can tell that both have side switches, both have tail clickies, and both have pocket clips almost truly like in the exact same spot. So they're very similar in many regards. what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the white wall behind us. It's about 8 yards from where I'm gonna be standing. And although there's a 200 lumen difference, I want you to see just how usable the PD35 still is. I mean, it's absolutely still in the game, to the point where if you had a PD35, I don't think you need to switch to a light like an EC35. It's still very useful in today's world, especially with what our outputs are now. So here we go. We're gonna move over. And I'm only gonna show you guys the settings in high mode. So I'm gonna start with the PD35 on high. This is the PD35 at the full 1000 lumens. Okay, let me switch hands real quick. And on the right hand side, this is going to be the Acebeam EC35 at a rated 1200 lumens. Now, I don't know how it comes up in camera. You can clearly tell that the EC35 is brighter, but it's not substantial. It's really not substantially brighter. Okay, just to add to this comparison, what we're gonna do now, outside of this door, there's a little blinker target that's orange that you'll be able to see with either of these lights. It's at 25 yards. We measured it to 25 yards, and we're gonna see just how well both the lights light up the target at 25 yards, okay? The key point here, guys, is that I'm expecting the Acebeam to be a bit brighter because it's rated at higher lumens, and I don't recall the intensity of it. But I just want you to see how applicable the PD35 still is, okay? So I'm going to start here with the PD35. And it really has a nice beam. I mean, it's a great light. And Fenix didn't get its reputation overnight, so their lights work, they'll run. Okay? And now with the PD35 still on, I'm gonna turn on the EC35 in maximum mode just to see if you guys can see any difference in level of brightness, okay? So the PD35 still on, here's the EC35. Now from the visible light, like that I can see not on camera, things definitely got cooler whiteness to them when I turn on the EC35, and things are definitely a bit brighter. But I can tell you guys right now that any work you could do with the EC35, I would imagine you can do just about anything with the PD35. So again, this PD35, now I'm gonna turn it off, just turn on the EC35 for comparison's sake. Now with the EC35 on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the PD35 on, see if we can see a difference. And you can. You can. So let's go ahead and turn these off, go back inside real quick. That is Fenix's PD35 tack light. One last thing while it's out there, one thing I've noticed is that the PD35 in hand, it does not get warm to the point where it is uncomfortable, at least not in my time running it. But it gets noticeably warmer than the M1X by Olight, which is also 1000 lumens for the same runtime. And the Acebeam, having been on for almost the same amount of time, is still completely cold, where there's a noticeable warmth to the PD35. Just for you guys that like to get the nitty-gritty details. But that's the PD35 Tactical Edition. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Brian, be good to Kate. God bless you guys. Bye.